हेलो दोस्तों, एग्ज़ाम शैडो में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज की इस वीडियो में हम हमारी जो टेस्ट सीरीज़ है एसिक डेप्यूटी डायरेक्टर की, उसमें हमने एक नया टेस्ट बनाया है आरटीआई, राइट टू इन्फॉर्मेशन एक्ट का। उस टेस्ट में कैसे क्वेश्चंस हैं इसका सैंपल लेके आए हैं। तो इस वीडियो में मैं आपके सामने 20 क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करूँगा, जिसमें मैं दिखाऊँगा कि कैसे क्वेश्चन है और उसका आंसर क्या दिया है हमने, जिससे कि आप हमारे क्वेश्चंस की क्वालिटी समझ सकें और फिर टेस्ट सीरीज़ को परचेज कर सकें। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। एसिक डिप्टी डायरेक्टर आरटीआई से रिलेटेड ये टेस्ट है। इसका क्वेश्चन 1 आप देखिए। सेक्शन 8(3) ऑफ आरटीआई एक्ट 2005 imposes certain time limit on exemptions clause B, D, E, F, G, H and J of section 8A are time limited exemption which are no longer valid exemption after 20 years from the date of record, 10 years from the date of record, 30 years from the date of record, 5 years from the date of record. इसका सही आंसर है 20 years from the date of record. अगर आपको किसी भी क्वेश्चन का एक्सप्लेनेशन जानना हो, अगर आपको किसी भी क्वेश्चन में डाउट हो, तो आप प्लीज़ कमेंट कीजिए, जिससे कि हम आपको उस डाउट का रिजोल्यूशन बता सकें। क्वेश्चन कह रहा है, अंडर द प्रोविजन ऑफ आरटीआई एक्ट 2005 टाइम लिमिट फॉर डिस्पोजल ऑफ फर्स्ट अपील बाय द फर्स्ट अपलेट अथॉरिटी इज, कि डिस्पोजल ऑफ फर्स्ट अपील बाय द फर्स्ट अपलेट अथॉरिटी की टाइम लिमिट क्या है। ऑप्शंस आर 21 to 30 days, 30 to 35 days, 30 to 60 days, 45 to 90 days. इसका सही आंसर है बी, which is 30 to 45 days, right? Okay. Question number 3. Under the provision of RTI Act 2005, which of the following statements about the annual report of an information commission are true? Statement 1. An information commission should make a mention in the annual report that it function like a civil court and hence the report is binding. 2 बोल रहा है, an information commission should forward a copy of its annual report to the appropriate government concerned. Okay. Statement 3. An information commission should distribute hard copies of its annual report to all the public authorities under its jurisdiction. Hard copies, right? Option 4 बोल रहा है, an information commission should ensure that it lays a copy of its report on the floor of the house or both houses of parliament or the state legislature as applicable. ठीक, और इसके कोड्स हैं कि only 1 and 3 are correct, only 2 are correct, only 1 and 4 are correct और only 4 are correct. 4 is correct. सही आंसर है इसका बी, आंसर बी, only 2 is correct, right? Only 2 is correct. Why option 1, 3 and 4 are incorrect? This you have to understand by reading RTI Act, and if you want to know further, you can comment. We will explain you why these statements are not true and why only statement 2 is true. Okay, let us move to the next question. Question number 4. The question says, the RTI Act 2005 stipulates that a public authority should transfer an RTI application or a part thereof to another public authority if the application or a part of it pertains to information. Which kind of information? Number 1, held by another public authority. Number 2, the subject matter of which is more closely connected with the functions of another public authority, right? And the codes given are only option 1, only option 2, both 1 and 2, or public authority is not authorized to transfer RTI application in any case. And the answer of this question is answer C, right? Both 1 and 2 are correct. Next, question number 5. Question number 5 says, under the provisions of RTI Act 2005, the transfer of an application should be made as soon as practicable, but in no case later than number 1, 10 days from the date of receipt of the application. Number 2, 5 days from the date of receipt of the application. Number C, 30 days from the date of receipt of the application. Or number 4, 7 days from the date of receipt of application. 10, 5, 30 or 7. And the correct answer is answer B. Answer B, which is 5 days from the date of application. Correct answer is answer B. Okay. Question number 6. Question number 6 says, under the provision of RTI Act 2005, where an application is made to a public authority requesting for an information which is held by another public authority, the public authority to which such application is made shall transfer the application within 3 days from the date of receipt of application, 5 days from the date of receipt of the application, 30 days from the date of receipt of the application, or 21 days from the date of receipt of application. And the correct answer is B. Answer option B, 5 days from the date of receipt of application. Correct answer is 5 days. Okay. Question number 7. Question number 7 says, after the enactment of the RTI Act 2005, what is the status of the Freedom of Information Act 2002? Okay, questions given are: number A, it will become operative as soon as the central government makes rules under it. Option B, the central government has advised the state government to implement it. Option C, it has been repealed. Option D, it exists, and to the extent the RTI Act 2005 contradicts it, it will supersede the latter. Okay, and the correct answer is C, which is it has been repealed. Now, next move to the question number 8. Under the provision of RTI Act 2005, a person making the request for information is compulsorily required to provide for which of the following? First, reason for requesting the information. Second, personal details of the applicant other than the contact information. And quotes given are: only 1 is correct, only 2 is correct, both 1 and 2, none of the above. Answer given, answer is D. Question number 9. What does it say? Under the provision of RTI Act 2005, an information shall ordinarily be provided in the form in which it is sought unless it would disproportionately divert the resource of the public authority. Of statement 2, it would be detrimental to the safety or preservation of the record in question. Number 3, it would be incomprehensible by the applicant making the application. And the quotes given are: number A, option A, only 3, option B, only 2 and 3, option C, only 1 and 2, and option D, all of the above. Correct answer is option C. Option C is the correct answer. Option C means only 1 and 2. Only 1 and 2. Okay, again I am number 10th. Question number 10 says, Section 20 of the Right to Information Act 2005 imposes a stringent penalty on public information officer for failing to provide information. Every PIO will be liable for a fine of fill in the blank per day up to a maximum of fill in the blank. Options given are: A, 100 rupees or 20,000 rupees. Option B, 150 rupees or 15,000 rupees. Option C, 200 rupees and 20,000 rupees. And option D, 250 rupees and 25,000 rupees. Very basic question, and the basic and factual, and answer is option D. Option D means 250 rupees and here 25,000. So here 25, you can make the correlation 25. Okay, 250, 25,000. So this will be the correct answer. Next, move to the question number 11. Question 11 says, under the provision of RTI Act 2005, in case the public information officer fails to give decisions on the request for information within the period specified, it will be considered as: option A, holding the information; option B, timeout; option C, contempt; option D, deemed refusal of the request. Okay, and the correct answer is answer D. It would be considered as deemed refusal of the request. Question number 12. Under the provision of RTI Act 2005, how many types of public authorities are there? Okay, how many types of public authorities are there? Number 1, option A, innumerable types. Option B, 1. Only central public authority. Option C, 1. Only state public authorities. Option D, 2. Central public authorities and state public authority. Correct answer is option D. Means two types of public authority, central public authority and state public authority. Okay. Question number 13. Question number 13. The second schedule of RTI Act 2005 lists option A, certain intelligence and security organization established by the central government that are excluded from the purview of RTI Act 2005. Option B, the competent authorities under the RTI Act 2005. Option C, the functions of the information commissions under the RTI Act 2005. And D, the consideration to be kept in mind while appointing information commissions. And the correct answer is option A, which is certain intelligence and security organization established by the central government that are excluded from the purview of RTI Act 2005. Okay. Number 14. In the context of RTI Act 2005, the preamble argues that revelation of information in actual practice is likely to conflict with number 1, other private interest, number 2, other financial interest, number 3, other public interest. And codes given are all of the above, only 1 and 3, only 2 and 3. Correct answer is C, which is only 3, other public interest. Question number 15. Under the provision of RTI Act 2005, how much time does an APIO at the most have to forward an RTI application appeal to the Public Information Officer First Appellate Authorities? Okay. Options given are 30 days, option B is 5 days, option C is 35 days, option D is 48 hours. And the correct answer is answer B, which is 5 days. Question number 16. Under the provision of RTI Act 2005, the time limit for filing second appeal under subsection 3 of section 19 is. Under the provision of RTI Act 2005, the time limit for filing second appeal under subsection 3 of section 19 is option A, 10 days from the receipt of FAA's decision. B, 90 days from the receipt of FAA's decisions. C, 40 days from the receipt of FAA's decisions. D, 45 days from the receipt of FAA's decisions. And correct answer is answer B, which is 90 days from the receipt of FAA's decision. Question number 17. Under the State Information Commission, while inquiring into any matter under section 18 of RTI Act 2005, have the same powers as are vested in a criminal court, civil court, judicial magistrate court, first class, or D, chief metropolitan court. Correct answer is B, civil court. Okay, B. Question number 18. According to the RTI Act 2005, as far as exempted organizations are concerned, the exemption applies to statement 1. Certain organization of the central government as listed in the second schedule and to the information submitted by these organizations to this government. Option 2. Certain organization of the state government as may be notified them in the official gazette but not to the information furnished by these organization to the respective state governments. Codes given are A, 1 is true, 2 is false. B, 1 is false, 2 is true. C, both 1 and 2 are true. D, both 1 and 3 are true. And correct answer is option C. Okay, both 1 and 2 are true. Question number 19. The DOPT Office Memorandum number 11/2/2008-IR dated 10th July 2008 on compilation of information state as follows. The PIO is required to supply the material in the form as held by the public authority. B, the PIO is not required to do research on behalf of the citizen. C, the PIO is not required to deduce anything from the material and then supply it to him. D, all of the above. Correct answer is D. Okay. And last question we are discussing in this video: which of the following statement is are true in context of RTI Act 2005? Number 1, a PIO has to offer reasonable assistance to an applicant to reduce an oral application into writing. 2, a PIO is obligated to provide requested information to non-BPL category persons without the payment of application initial fees. 3. PIO is obligated to provide the requested information to non-BPL category person without the payment of further fees as specified by him or her. Codes given are only 1, B only 2 and 3, C only 1 and 3, D all are true. And the correct answer is A, which is only one. Okay, PIO has to offer reasonable assistance to applicant to reduce an oral application into writing. So my dear friends, these are the sample questions of our ASIC Deputy Director RTI test. We have launched the test series. You can go and see the sample. हमने 2-3 टेस्ट और फ्री कर रखे हैं, आप उनको अटेम्प्ट कीजिए. थैंक यू फ्रेंड्स, थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.